Hey guys, Eggy here. The thumbnail I have used before, I am aware. I've just changed it up a little so it fits more in with this video because the egg that Mahu drew for me that's reading was really cute and it fits in with this video. And also I am including some manga in this video that Maho has given me in some of our swaps, so it all ties in. Yeah, so today's video is me talking about the books that I've read. I had to do all of these in 2 days because I underestimated how much I could get into when I haven't read anything in like months. So I did have to read them in 2 days, but it's just from Pet Shop of Horrors upwards that I read today, and then this one down was what I read yesterday. So I did get through quite a big chunk over the last 2 days. And so I thought if I read all of my first volumes that I don't have other volumes of, so I can work out what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, because I'm really tight on space again. So I really do need to cut down on my collection, especially as I'm doing that big shopping trip in May where I'm definitely going to get more first volumes. So I thought if I read my first volumes that I've got and do a little read through of them all, so I can work out what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping, because then I'll end up with stuff that I'm not going to keep. And well, it didn't end up that way. So yeah, let's get into it. I did read it kind of alphabetically, but with these ones, I just kind of forgot that I had them, so I had to bring them down as well to read. But yeah, with me reviewing them, it will be reverse alphabetical order just because of the way that I stacked it. So first one is one of Hoppit's favourites, which is Yotsuba. It's a really chunky one, but it's a really cool, cute little slice of life. Yotsuba is just like really dumb. Like, that seems mean, but she's a child and she doesn't really know anything, so it's just basically about her exploring the house, like her new house, and meeting her new neighbours and stuff, and like the little adventures that they've been doing and getting along with. So it is a really funny slice of life one, and I can see why Hoppit likes it. I did enjoy it myself, don't get me wrong. It's just I liked it, but I don't think I'd go out of my way to collect more, especially as I'm being picky with what I can and can't get because I'm running out of space. I think I'm up to 230 volumes in my collection, and the most my collection has ever been is 210, because I always keep it around the 200 mark because I know I've got space for 200 volumes. So it being 230 and a lot of my series being long series, it's not just that I've got a load of first volumes, it's just a lot of my series are like 30 volumes long, 10, 12 volumes long. So it's not that I've got different series, it's just I've got a lot of the same series, which does tend to get boring over the time, which is why I tend to buy new volumes, but then that doesn't help with my space problem. But yeah, this one, cute comedic slice of life, it's good, but I wouldn't go out my way to buy the next ones. If I see them on sale or for cheap in a bundle on Vinted, including something else that I'm going to buy, I'd buy more of it then, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. So I'd give this one 7 out of 10. The next one we've got is Those Not So Sweet Boys. I can't tell if my camera's picking up right. I'm filming in a kind of different location. But yeah, we've got These Not So Sweet Boys, which is by the same person that does That Wolf Boy Is Mine. But yeah, it's really slice of life again, because that's kind of what I'm drawn to. But this is the main character. She drops her wallet, and then these are like the other main characters, these boys. And so she drops her wallet, and then these people find it and are like, yeah, no, that's ours, let's go spend all this money. And then the dude goes, hey, that's mine, and then gives it to her because it's like, it's your wallet, isn't it? And then the boys stay off school for a while because they're suspended. Well, one of them's suspended and the others took a stand with him. And then they ended up just not going back to school because they thought it was unfair that he got suspended for no reason. So she makes a deal with the chairman because the chairman of the school finds out that she's working in a bar, and she's not supposed to be working in a bar, especially when she's at school. So he's like, oh, I'll do you a deal. If you get these boys back into school and they pass their midterms, then I'll find you a job that you can do while being, still at school. And she's like, yeah, okay, that seems fair, because, she wants to be their friends as well. So then she manages to do that. And once they're in school, he's like, oh yeah, now you got to keep them in school up until graduation. And then they have a little doggy. He's a corgi. But yeah, so it's just basically her trying to get used to these boys and becoming friends with them. And she has feelings for this one. I can't remember their names. I have read quite a bit over the last 2 days, and I'm not good with names on the best of days. So please forgive me if I forget names, because yeah. So she likes him. I think he's Ray. I could be wrong. I was just reading a blurb. But she likes him, and so basically she's friends with all of them because they all live to, they mostly all hang out at his place. So she has feelings for him because, he picks up her wallet for her and then helps her out with a few other things. And then what she says a lot is, how can you not expect my heart to skip a beat? So she kind of likes him because he's, sweet to her and helps her out and stuff. But yeah, it's a really nice slice of life one, and I did enjoy it. But this one, I think there's only 7 volumes, so if it's complete at 7 volumes, it's not, that bad if I did collect it, which is what I'm telling myself anyway. So I'm telling myself, if it's 7 volumes, I can usually find the full set for cheap on Vinted. So if I just buy the full set on Vinted, I can read it and then try and give it away to someone else who'd also want to read it. And then that way, it's not that bad because it's only 7 volumes. It's not going to take up that much space. At least that's what I'm telling myself. This one, 7 out of 10. And then next we've got That Wolf Boy Is Mine, which is an omnibus, which contains the first 2 volumes, and it's also by the same person who does Those Not So Sweet Boys, so you can kind of tell, kind of similar. Yeah, this one's a nice one. They're half animal deities, and she stumbles across it when he's at school and he's sleeping, and she treads on his towel, and then they try to hypnotize her, but then she's got some special voodoo powers or whatever, so she doesn't end up hypnotized. But it's kind of like Fruits Basket, which is why on the back cover it says, fans of Fruits Baskets like it. But she has feelings for the main character, because of course she does. It's what most slice of life mangas end up with. But she has feelings for him, and he's a wolf boy. He's the last wolf in Japan. And then I think his dad was a wolf, and then his mum was a human. And then the mum just abandoned him in the forest because she couldn't deal with him being, shapeshifter and stuff. And then he got found by his other friends who are also half animal, half human hybrids. So yeah, it's kind of like Fruits Basket, kind of not. But she has feelings for him, and then she told him that she loves him, and he's like, yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, that's his wolf. Yeah, and one of them said Tanuki. But yeah, she has feelings for him. She told him that she loves him, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But then he still gets possessive over her, especially when his friends hang around her and stuff. So he's just like, I'll do anything you want if you tell me. And then she's like, well, that's not what I want, because I want you, you know, to be on the same level as me. So she gets upset about that. But yeah, I'd collect this one, which is, you know, not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be, you know, shortening my list of things that I'm collecting and not making it bigger. But yeah, I'd collect this one. I'd give this one 8 out of 10. I liked it more than this one, but we will see. The next one is Soloist in a Cage. I just got this because it was cheap on Vinted. I will be honest. I think I got it for like £8, and it's one of the ones where it's US prices, so you know it's going to be expensive because they don't convert it. They just do it based on, you know, the what the back cover price is. Don't know why that took me so long to say. But yeah, this is Soloist in a Cage. It's the dystopian one. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I don't care. So it's kind of like gory, you know. I'm not really into that kind of vibe, but it was good. It did intrigue me. But I wouldn't go out of my way to collect it, if that makes sense. Especially with like how thick it is and how pricey it is. It was good. It did intrigue me. But with the price being what the price is, unless I find it for, again, £8 or whatever, that I found this one, I don't think I'd collect it. Which is good, because then I won't feel bad if I give it to someone else who wants to read it and stuff. But then, if I do want to keep reading it, then I'll just try and read it online or whatever. But it was a good one. It did intrigue me. It's about 6 out of 10. This one I couldn't get into. It's one that Maho gave me in our swaps. She's a granddaughter of a ninja village. Like, the leader is her granddad. And then she's like really trying to become a ninja, but then she can't get out of like the main kiddie class. So it's just basically her struggling and stuff. Very 90s art style. But yeah, don't really. Some of the 90s art style I don't mind, but others I just don't like. So I think that's partly why I didn't like this, because the storyline is fine. It's similar to like some other slice of life ones. It's just, I think the art style is what did it for me. So yeah, I read it and I was like, not too fast on it, so I don't think I'd collect it. So I'd give that one a 3 out of 10. And I feel bad because that's one that Maho gave me, so I feel bad for giving it like such a low rating, but you know, we like what we like. This one's My Love Mix-Up, which is really funny because he has a crush on her, and then he finds a rubber. Well, he uses her rubber because he doesn't have one of his own, so he's using it, and then it comes out that it's got a name on it, and the name is his name. So he's like, oh, he likes her, and then he drops the rubber because like he's so upset that he's crushed like someone else. And then so he finds out and he's like, huh, is that my name? And then he's like, obviously, you know, protecting her. He's like, yep, nope, that's my rubber, it's got your name on it. Yep. And then I don't normally tend to go for the miscommunication trope because I don't like it. It is done horribly. But this one was funny, and it's not like anyone's deliberately getting hurt, if that makes sense. Like, they are getting a little bit hurt, but not as bad as like most miscommunication tropes tend to do, if that makes sense. But then it's got like really funny faces as that. But then it turns out she wasn't even interested in the dude. She was interested in the other guy's friend, and it's just the A on the rubber got like rubbed out where she used it a lot. And then that was when he realised that he might have feelings for the dude. So yeah, I did like this one a lot more than I thought I would. So and of course it's Shoujo Beat, so of course I would. And it's a slice of life one as well, because I'm drawn to Shoujo Beat slice of life apparently. But yeah, this one 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna keep that one. Next up we have mint chocolate. I didn't realise going in, because this was just part of the bundles that I got on Vinted with My Love Mix Up and a few other ones, but it's a stepbrother stepsister kind of romance one, which for me, I don't like that. But her mum got a new husband, and then the son of the new husband is the guy that she's crushing on at school, and it's just basically about them developing feelings for each other and stuff. I didn't like that. I don't like that trope, because on the cover it looks cute and stuff, but I just personally, I don't like that trope, so I couldn't really get into it. So this one I'm dropping, and I'd give it a 4 out of 10, just because I don't like that trope. Next up we have Pet Shop of Horrors, which, where it's chunky, it was a little pricey, but this one, the pages are glossy. They're not like normal manga pages. It was okay. I'm not really into, as I said, like dystopian thriller mystery ones. So it's okay. I read it. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it, but it's just I wouldn't go out my way to get the next one and stuff. But yeah, there's all of those like little short stories based on like the things that you can buy from the pet shop and like how disastrous they end up being. So yeah, the art is really nice. I do like the art. But yeah, it's just not one that I would keep collecting, just for me, because as I said, it's not really my cup of tea. So yeah, that one was a 6 out of 10, because I enjoyed it. It was good, and it's just didn't really vibe with me that well. Next up we have got Papa Sits Attract. I hope I said that right. It confuses me when it's a word above a word, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but you know, we're going with it. This one is a Kodansha one, so it is matte cover, and they are really fragile, so it's a little bit doinked and stuff. This one I got on Vinted for, I think it was like £4. So I picked it up because I have been seeing this in Waterstones, but Waterstones go by back cover prices, which again, when it's the US price, it is $13.99, and I don't feel comfortable paying $13.99 for something this thin. But yeah, she is strong, so she has a big dog because she can't control her strength, and he is strong, but he can control his strength, so he's got a little dog, and then they just can't work out why they've got such different dogs. But yeah, it's a really cute slice of life one, and I prefer cats to dogs, but like the dogs in this are really, really cute. But yeah, it's basically them with their dogs, and like the backstory of the dog for her, and it's just them realizing that they've got kind of feelings for each other, and it's cute because you get the dog's point of view as well. And then the little dog, sorry, I'm just trying to find the page, but I can't find the page. But the little dog's like, oh, well, if the big dog keeps coming over, if our owners become friends, then we can have more play dates. But then the big dog's like, oh, that would be nice, but I don't want her to drift away from me. Yeah. See, it makes me happy to see Chiru having fun, and I'm glad she found a new friend. And then the little dog's like, if that nice lady likes Kyoto as much as I do, I could play with him again, like the dog. And then, so the little dog wants them to keep getting closer and closer, but he's sad because he'd miss her if she drifted away from him, which is really sad. But it's a nice, cute slice of life one. I'd give this one a 10 out of 10 because I do want to collect it. So It is a really nice one, but again, I don't want to pay back cover prices for it, especially as it's Kodansha matte cover and they are known to be getting really damaged really easily. So I'd only pick it up if I could find it for like less than a tenner, basically. But I do want to collect it, so we will see. Next up, we have Mame Coordinate, which I admit it was just a cover pickup because look at that cover, you're telling me you wouldn't pick it up. But yeah, it's a really nice one. I did like this one. I didn't like though that when she meets a new manager and they get to know each other, the manager manhandles her. I don't know if I could have shown you that, but manhandles her and stuff. I didn't like that bit, but the rest of it was kind of fine. It's just that one bit I didn't like. But yeah, she keeps wearing these like cute little outfits, but then the manager's kind of like, oh, she's just got these natural beauty, this, that, and the other, and she doesn't realise, which makes her such a perfect model. And then they're trying to teach her how to pose and stuff. So she's like, you're still a little bit stiff. Oh, I know, if I bring out this fried chicken bento, and then she's like, because she likes food, so then she manages to get like natural photos of her because she bribes her with lunch. Yeah, it is a nice one. And then you get some funny bits like this because that's the only dance she knows because she's raised in a small village. But yeah, and then it gives you the outfit of the day corner, so you can see that the manager's got classy looks, and then she's just got her usual outfit that she doesn't really care about. But yeah, I did really enjoy this one, especially as it was just a cover pickup. I give this one a 9 out of 10, but again, is a back cover price $13.99, so I don't really want to pay that much for it. So if it's less than that, I'd be happy to pick it up like the next ones, but again, if not, I'm not that fussed. This one was also from Maho. Apparently it's based on a video game, which I didn't realise it was a game because I'd never heard of this before, but I did like this one. I think it might be the little fairy dude. Basically, this guy wanted to start a school and then he saves a fairy, and then the fairy's like, oh, I bless you that good music comes from this school, you know. And then she ends up being part of the contestants for it because she can see the little fairy dude without him revealing himself to her, if that makes sense. So it's just basically her being a contest with this really good students from like the music part of the school, and then she gets given a magic violin, but it's not really magic in the way you think it is. Like, it's basically training wheels for her, so it only works if she feels like she can produce good music. But yeah, I did like this one and I would like to get the next volumes. So 8 out of 10 for this one. Next up we have Jiu Jiu, which Maho said they haven't read, which explains a lot because the first part of it was a bit weird, but once you get past that, it is kind of okay. But again, it's got that 90s art style that I don't really like. But Maho did say that its 90s shoujo beat was wild in, and this isn't half as bad as some of them are. So I get the premise of the story. It does seem okay, but I didn't like it. It was okay. I can see how they get the story and, you know, do the story and stuff, but I didn't like it. I think it's because it's a 90s one, and so it is a bit weird, but I didn't like it. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. Next up we have got The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Again, it's Kodansha, so it's matte cover, and again it is $13.99, but I bought this one in my Forbidden Planet vlog, so I was using holiday pay, so it technically wasn't coming out of my pocket. But with Kodansha ones, can't see if you can tell, but it does get a little bit dirt on it, and again it's a bit damaged on the spines, but I really did like this one. It's a nice cute slice of life one. And with these ones, the text on it is like really big compared to say this GG one is a bit smaller. So I do like that now they're coming out with these new mangas. The text is bigger because I have spent so long holding the book so close to my face because it's such small font that I can't read, and it's just annoying because I'd like the story and stuff. It's just the small font annoys me and makes me frustrated, so I tend to dislike the series just purely because of that, which tends to upsets me because if the series is good, I'd expect the font to be, you know, on the same level. But yeah, his school is next to her school, but her school is like a fancy school, so her school doesn't really tend to vibe with his school because he's a public school and hers is a not public school, it's a private school. So yeah, they can kind of have a rivalry together. But she ends up going to his family's patisserie shop quite often, and then it's just, yeah, them becoming friends, you know, having feelings for each other. But yeah, it's really cute. I like the art style, and you know, the cakes and stuff look cool as well, if I can find it. Yeah, well, that's a little of the cake, but the cakes are just as detailed as well, and I like that it has this colour page, and it's not just, you know, just one colour page, it's quite a few. But yeah, I like this one. 10 out of 10 I would get again, but again, not for this price. Next up we have got Fall in Love You False Angels, which I was planning on picking up next month in May, but then it was cheap on Blackwell's, so I picked it up early, and I really like it. Again, it's Kodansha matte cover, so it's a bit annoying, the cover wise. But yeah, they both have dark sides to them basically, so they're not really who they seem, but this one has nice little colour bit as well, which I like. And again, long-haired pretty anime boy, I do have to admit he is now part of my anime crush. But yeah, she isn't as nice and sweet as she seems, and turns out neither is he. So they just, you know, she ends up liking him, but they kind of go to this, they've got this cafe now that his friend works at, that they can be themselves at, and they don't have to, you know, keep up the facade of, you know, being nice people all the time. And it's just basically her having feelings for him. I mean, I don't blame her. He is a pretty boy, and look at that smile. Are you telling me you would not fall for that smile? Like, look at it. But yeah, I do love this one, and I would pick it up again. But again, it's Kodansha, it's $13.99. I don't like that price. But yeah, 10 out of 10. I would definitely pick it up again. Next one is Cat Massage Therapy, which when I first started getting into manga was on my list for ages. It's just, it is $11.99, and I didn't realise, but it's full colour as well. But this one I got for £1 on Vinted, not including the shipping, because the shipping was obviously more than the book. But it was not what I was expecting, to be honest with you. It was just strange, like, very strange. I didn't like it. But yeah, it's just, this scene in particular is what weirded me out, and we're only, you know, not that far into it. It's like, I get he's just, you know, putting his head on the cat's stomach, but could have, you know, drawn it better. But yeah, I did not like this one. Didn't like it. It was very weird. Made me feel icky. So 1 out of 10 for that one. Not gonna pick that one up again. Did not like it at all. Next up we have 2 volumes, because I know I said I was only going to do the first volumes, but this one is complete at 2, and this one was from the ones that I bought from Sparrow and Hawk. And I will admit, I was just spamming my friends with photos of the cat from this one, but like the cat's really cute, and it's in like nearly all of the scenes as well. But yeah, she meets him at school because look at the cat though, look how cute it is. What was I gonna say? Sorry, I got sidetracked by the cat. But she basically meets him because she accidentally hits her bag into him, and then he didn't blame her and stuff, and then she's like feels bad, and then she finds the cat, Mr. Ken, on the street. So she follows the cat, and then the cat takes her to the dude, and then the dude's manager is like, oh yeah, come on in, come talk to the dude. And then the dude's got bruises from obviously where she hit her bag, and then the dude's like, yeah, you can go be his assistant, you know. And then it's basically them becoming friends, and then her and him date him, and then the cat's just in it. But yeah, it was a good one. I did like it. I did like the cat more, to be honest. But look how cute the cat is, and look, the way that they met is the cat was in a tree, and then it fell onto his head. But look how cute the cat is. How can you be mad at that cat? Look how cute his face is. Yeah, and then he was like, ew, a cat. And then he ended up feeding it, which if you don't know, if you give a cat food, a cat loves you. But then he wasn't being good at school. Like, he skipped practice, so his dad was like, yeah, I'm not going to feed you. And then the cat came over to him, and he's like, I don't have any food for you, like, go away. And then, the cat stayed with him, so then that's how he ended up being friends, because it's like, oh, you stayed even when I don't have anything to give for you. So, yeah, it's a really, really cool, cute one. But again, that is complete at 2, so I don't have to worry about collecting more of it, which is a relief because I really did like that one. I think I liked it mostly for the cat, I will admit. But yeah, they just go through all their hardships of him being like a really famous actor and his dad not approving of their relationship. But yeah, they end up getting engaged, and I assume, you know, end up married. But it doesn't say. But yeah, I like that series, especially for the cat, because the cat is really cute. I'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Could have had more cat in it. Next up we have Haru Ride, which I got from Maho in one of our swaps. I didn't like it, I will admit. It took me a while for me to get into it. I think, yeah, it was about this stage that I got into, so it's like this much left of the book, so it's like really not worth it me keeping it, because it took me so long to get into it, and I still, when I was like interested in it, I still finished reading it and I was like, yeah, it was okay. Like, I didn't finish it feeling, oh my gosh, I need to get the next one, I need to read it now, if that makes sense. But she has a crush on a dude when they're at middle school, and the dude leaves because his parents got divorced or whatever. And then she meets the dude later in high school, but he goes by a different name. But then she keeps calling him by the name she met him in, because she feels like if she calls him by his new name, she'd like lose that part of him, and then that might be the only reason that she's got feelings for him. Stuff like that. I didn't like it. I know lots of people like it because it's a popular Shoujo Beat one. I did not. It took me, as I said, quite a while for me to get into it, and even then, once I got into it, I didn't like it. So, not going to pick that one up, which is a huge relief because that's one less series for me to collect. The next one is After the Rain, which I really do like this one, because look at it. The art is amazing. I absolutely love the anime, but it was one of the ones where the anime is only like 12 episodes long, and you know, it's only one season and I wanted more. And then, as I said, it's a chunky one, so the price is a bit much. And I can't keep justifying spending, you know, like £20 on a manga when all the others that I like are like £13, you know, which is why I tend to go for the normal Shoujo Beat ones, because those ones usually like £7. But yeah, I really like this one. The art is just as good as in the anime. It's really good. It's different to the anime, because in anime you kind of get his point of view as well, like you can get his thoughts, but that doesn't quite come across as well in the manga. But I like that it's got this other color page in the middle of it. It's really cute. I do like the art style, but yeah, really cute color pages. But yeah, the art's really nice. I did enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the anime, so I will collect this one again, which is annoying because it's a chunky series and it's got quite a few volumes, because apparently I don't know how to start a series that doesn't have, you know, more than 5 volumes in it. So yeah, but he's 45 and she's 17, so she likes him and he's like, dude, I'm way too old for you, like I'm old enough to be your dad. And then she's like, I don't care. And then he's like thinking of, you know, if he was her age and stuff, would it be different? And then the guy at work realizes that she's got a crush on the manager, and then so he makes her go on a date with him. And then yeah, he's a bad guy. But yeah, she really fancies him and stuff. And then the manager keeps thinking, oh well, if I were younger, this, that, and the other, maybe it would have been fine. Trying to find the page. Can't find the page, but yeah, it was when her school friend, who's like obsessed with her and wants to date her, comes with like the umbrella and is like, oh, you work here, I live around here. And then the manager pictures himself as a high school dude instead that's with her, and then he's like, ha, as if. But yeah, I really did like this one. I really love the anime as well, so this one's 10 out of 10 and I would keep it. But yeah, so this is the stack that I'm not going to keep. As 10. You can't see. There you go. But yeah, Yotsuba, I'd pick it up again if it was cheap, part of a bundle. I wouldn't go out my way to pick it up. Same with Soloist in a Cage. So those two, I'm half on the fence about picking up or not. But the rest, I'm not going to pick up. So save myself 6 series basically. So that's not that bad. And then these are the ones that I would pick up, which not. Okay. Which is 9. So, you know, I read 19 books and I came back with 9 series that I would pick up, 2 series that I'd pick up if they were cheaper, and knowing my luck, they're all going to be long series. So I have not helped myself at all here. I've just given myself a bigger pile of manga that I want to collect and series that I want to collect. So I think my next job is to read the series that I've got, to try and catch up on the ones that I've got, to try and work out if I still like them, or if I'm just reading them for the sake of reading them, so I can work out, you know, space and stuff, but you know, I did not help myself at all. I thought reading 20 books nearly would be a good enough range for me to work out what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping, and it didn't work. So yeah, now I've got one of these books that I really enjoy that I want to start collecting, but I don't have the space. Even with these ones not being on my shelves, I'm going to end up doubling that with all of these series that I did enjoy. So yeah, I kind of played myself there. Yeah, and I did not realise this video was so long. This is 40 minutes. I do apologise. I didn't realise I'd be talking for that long, especially as I fumble over my words a lot, which I guess is why it's so long, because I can't talk eloquently, because all my thoughts get jumbled up, especially when I'm trying to remember names of characters and stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.